This is an update on the Sassy trucker, the young lady from Houston that's supposedly being held in Dubai. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, Racing Borders. And now, news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Rob, Erasing Borders. I'm DC Rob. This channel is dedicated mostly to international travel, but really travel anywhere. And of course, for expats in Medellin, Colombia that want to see the news in English, the travel news and the local news and the countrywide news, as well as for short-time visitors who want to go and stay safe. This is just going to be an update video about the Sassy trucker. If you recall, I did a story on her, a week and a half ago. There's been a couple of slight differences to the story that I want to bring to your attention. Stay to the end because I have a couple of different ones. I'm using fair use because I have to copy this information, especially the video parts from a couple of other YouTube channels, and I'll put their information in. Definitely stop by and give them a like and a share and a subscribe if you can.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
But again, let's just jump into this story right away.
This is a terrifying case. A family right now is desperately working to get a young woman home from overseas back here in the States. She was on vacation and it turned into a nightmare, and she has now spent months detained in Dubai. Social media influencer Tierra Young Allen has been detained since May after she got into a car accident in Dubai and then attempted to retrieve some personal belongings from a rental car company. And that's when things started to go sideways. The rental company worker told her that she needed to pay money in order to get her items back, including her ID, her credit card, and some other personal belongings. Tierra's mom says that the worker was aggressive and started screaming at Tierra, and Tierra then screamed back. She was charged with screaming in public, which is a crime in Dubai. Joining me now is Tierra's mother, Tina Baxter, and Houston community activist Quanell. It's shocking, it's stunning, it's terrifying. For you, Tina, this must be a nightmare. Tell me about the last time you heard from your daughter.
I did hear from her this morning by text message. We did talk on the phone yesterday.
Okay, I want you to see how the mom is biting her lip. What does that mean to you? Is she figuring out a story? Is this true?
And how did she sound? What is she telling you?
She's stronger than me right now, but she's definitely depressed. She's scared. She's confused. I've never seen her this depressed in her whole entire life.
Why is she told she was arrested? What information was she given at the time?
She was told that a case was opened against her by Musa Rental Car Company for screaming.
And go ahead, sorry.
So she was there to pick up her items after a minor fender bender, and she was actually invited there by the rental car company. She told me that they sound like they were very cooperative over the phone, but when she got there, she said their whole demeanor changed.
That's right. The car agency caught an attitude back when she brought hers with her. They were fine over the phone. Everything was fine, but she showed up with that attitude, and guess what she got?
Immediately, especially because they realized she was alone, and they really didn't have any intentions on giving her back her items. So she told me that the employee started screaming at her and insisting that she give him money. And she wanted the whole nightmare to go away. So she was willing to give the money. But the only thing is that they had her credit cards. They had her cell phone. She's used to paying using transactions on her iPay or using her credit cards. She couldn't pay them.
Note to self. Don't ever leave all your money in one central location. Don't ever take all your credit cards out with you, all your cash. And where's her cash? Okay, leave some of your cards back where you're staying and hide them if you can.
So she had no way of even giving them any money at the moment because they had every form of payment that she brought to Dubai with her.
Okay, and if she didn't have any money, how did she get out on bail that same day? There's multiple stories on this about her being arrested and then being released on bail that same day. How's that?
Let me ask you, how is she able to contact you? What is she saying about where she's being held and how she's being treated right now?
Yeah, she's been treated well now because she's probably in a 4 or 5-star hotel there. I know Dubai, and she's sitting pretty somewhere, is my guess. Somebody's funding her, sending money to her. She's not being held.
She's being treated okay right now.
Because she's not arrested. She's not in jail. She's not arrested, okay? She's not being physically held. She's in a hotel somewhere, will be my guess. I don't know where she is, but my guess is she's in a hotel. Where is she going to stay? Or an Airbnb?
I don't want to talk about where she's being held because I'm really concerned about her safety. She ended up with her friend's phone that was also detained in the accident.
Okay, now I want to know how her friend had her stuff held in that car, and how did she get her cell phone? Was she just was she working with her act right, and this sister didn't have her act right on? I mean, why did her friend get her cell phone and she not be able to get her stuff out of the car?
And she was able to reach me through the friend's phone. And she eventually she used another form of getting in contact with me.
Sounds like she's got another phone. Yeah. So some funds are moving around. She's got a phone and she's texting and she's on WhatsApp. Will be my guess. What about you?
To keep me up to date on what's happening.
It's been several months. Quanell, is the State Department involved here? What steps and actions are you taking in accordance with the family to try to get, one, information, and two, and more importantly, bring her home safely?
Quanell X, where's your bow tie, brother? Now, he's Muslim, and it gets me that he's speaking up on her behalf. Does he know that she's not being held? Because they're portraying in this story like she's actually being held. Watch the mom again. Watch the beginning when she's biting her lip.
They are aware of her case. They're saying they've been looking into it. They have stored their counsel. What we're upset is that this is a concocted charge. It's a trumped-up charge because she was attempting extortion at the rental car company to get extra money and extra fees out of her. When she contested that, they knew by accusing her of screaming in public or raising or elevating her voice that that was a crime. But you have the man that works over in a car company raising his voice also. He's not charged with a crime. It's a double standard in Dubai. Why is it a man can raise his voice, but a woman can't raise hers to defend herself or to challenge his authority when he's attempting to extort her? It's wrong, but we do know the State Department is aware. We feel they should do more. She should be released. She should be allowed to come home. There's nothing that she has done that is so significant that she should be detained for months for quote unquote just raising her voice when she was attempting to defend herself from being extorted.
With the ball blade, I run a better with the ball blade, blend with the long way. One love to the southwest side.
It's common knowledge that she's not being held. She's not in jail. She was arrested and she was released out on bail. Whether she had to go to the police station, we don't know. But that same evening, she was sleeping in a hotel somewhere. Her friends are still there, or was there then. I mean, there's a lot to this story. But here's another piece that came from Pink Lesson's book. And let me tell you, this is a pretty good channel. She does a very good job. Come to find out, this chick has had issues in a couple of different countries. In Puerto Rico, and the Dominican, I think. And if not the Dominican, the Bahamas. But anyway, check this out.
So we have the friends of the Sassy trucker. According to them, they don't believe that she was just arrested in Dubai for yelling. They say that it's more to the story that Quanell X and her mother told the media. And they even released a video of a previous trip they went on to Puerto Rico where the Sassy trucker got more than sassy there too. All right, so after this information came out about the Sassy truck driver and her situation in Dubai, you have one of her former friends who came out and she posted this on IG. She said, "Same chick that poured drinks on my husband, trying to taunt him to react." The video shows the Sassy trucker throwing drinks on him, calling him the B word multiple times. One of the other women there, she said the same thing. It was apparently a group trip that they went on to Puerto Rico, so you had other witnesses there as well. And one of the other witnesses, her name is Mexi Marie, she came out and had a lot to say. She said she got trashed, poured pop on my homegirl husband's head, calling him all types of B's, throwing bottles, breaking stuff, embarrassing. And then one of the other women on the trip, the wife of the husband that she threw the bottle at, said that she's a violent drunk. She made the Puerto Rico trip weird with her drunk, insecure, disrespectful self. Sorry to say, but she gets what she gets. And then Mexi Marie came back and said yes, arguing, screaming at the top of her lungs, so aggressive and disrespectful towards all the men. And Nelly said it's crazy because my husband not a woman beater and he was more concerned with us getting back home than going to jail in Puerto Rico. I wanted to get her out of there for the weird ass that she was doing, but look at her now. She good for it, LOL, she guilty. And then Mexi came back and said, right, I remember when he was trying to make sure that she was safe. She assaulted him more than once in the same night. I still have the videos too. They're saying that's the moment right there where she poured drinks on the other woman's husband, because the person giving the report is her own mama. Like, please use your common sense. Her mama is only telling the story that her daughter gave her, and obviously she's leaving out a lot to protect her daughter. No officials in Dubai said they arrested her for getting loud. That's what the reporter in Houston said, and all the information that she received came from the mother. So yeah, her former associates came out showing that she has a history of this. Dubai is not her first situation or second. Now, back to the Puerto Rico situation. According to the witnesses, police did get involved, but she was protected by the same man that she poured the drink on. He basically saved her from going to jail. He didn't want any problems, he just wanted all of them to make it back home. But the sassy trucker allegedly threw a bottle and it hit the wife's foot. His wife got an open cut from it, and according to witnesses, she was throwing stuff all around the house. And while in the streets of Puerto Rico, she got drunk and started talking crazy to other tourists and Puerto Ricans as well. Then one of her former associates said that she had a situation in the Virgin Islands where she was almost arrested at customs for the same type of behavior. So yeah, they're talking about multiple occasions, and based on their experiences with her, they're saying that it's more to the story than she just raised her voice. And then according to Mexi Marie, she said she drives semi-trucks. She got her and her ex fired after she was drunk driving. She's talking about in the semi-truck, and put hands on him. I'm assuming that's what led to their breakup. She went on to say her mom knows how she is. This isn't a first time thing.
There you go. I mean, there's a lot more to this story than her mother and Quanell X is saying. And that's why I wanted to come on today, just to put this little bit of extra information out here to let you know that she's not being held in jail, but the family is still portraying as if she is. What's up with that? Does Ted Cruz and Sheila Jackson Lee know this? Are they aware that she's not being held? They have to be, because the State Department, the embassy is going to say, hey, she's not being held. So why are they continually coming on TV? Because this news article was 2 days ago. Okay, so they know she's not physically being held. You could, just like if you were in the U.S. and you're from another country and you commit a crime. Yeah, they may let you out on bond, but they'll snatch your passport, because what are they going to do? What are you going to do if you have a passport and you got arrested here and you're from another country? You're going to get on a plane and get the hell out. And so she would have run. So this is the only way that they can say, you can't leave the country until we adjudicate this. We need to figure out what's going on legally. Are we going to charge her? Are we not going to charge her? My guess is they're not going to charge her. They're going to let it go. Up to 2 years in prison. I mean, this is just, what does the UAE need out of her? I mean, there's no bargaining chip for her. I mean, what's our government going to do? What are we going to gain if she stays or leaves? This government don't care. Anyway, but I just wanted to put a little bit of extra information out for you. But remember this.
With the ball blade, Atlanta Center with the ball blade, blending with the long way. One love to the southwest side.
That's right. I got to say thank you to everybody who is assisting me with this channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm back after a road trip in Chicago, next up Orlando, and then follow up after that in Los Angeles. And then I'm going to see if I can do something out of the country. I don't know where I'm going to go, and I can't say before that, but I know I'm hoping I go to Mexico at the end of next month, which will be my birthday. So let's hope on that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.